So before we further, allow me to introduce our youth. I know we don't need an interpreter. Most of you, maybe 99%, understand English. So we are privileged. As you all know here, we are celebrating youth and employability and employment. With that, they are key partners. So we have the representative of Mini Youth. Please wave to the young people. Mini Youth. Not yet. See, please wait. The young people we have here, they are from three. One is Youthcan, another one is Biwe, TVET partnership, and another one is the Partner Rwanda. All these three projects, we implement them in partnership with the BMZ, so which is the German development agency. So please give another round of applause for the representative of the. So I hope RTB is in house as well. RTB, do you have a representative of RTB already here? I think is not here yet. She's greet our young people, please. So we have PSF, people from PSF, Private Sector Federation. So I think they are not here as well. Maybe they are coming. We have a representative of the district. We partner with districts. So kindly stand up and greet your own youth, the representative of different districts we are operating in. Thank you so much. So we have other guests from RDB, representative of RDB. Our young people. We have 2 minutes to recognize them when they are alive. You know, this is the end of the year. People are and other different tasks, so it is understandable. We know, and we as young people understand that whatever they are doing, it's for the interest of all of us. So, SOS team, please greet your young people as well. I know you are a big team, eh? Thank you so much. So, dear guest, dear our honorable guest as well, the young people who are here present, it's my pleasure to welcome you here in this session as we celebrate your own achievement. Today, we are celebrating a big milestone because the people who started this program were able to achieve this day, specific day, because we know the target group that we select. These are young people who have different challenges of life. So even following the program on regular basis itself is a challenge. But we are very much pleased to be with a room full of young people, energetic young people, celebrating the achievement of this milestone of graduating and finishing this big milestone of learning the basic skills. So it is not possible without a big number of partners that you are seeing in this room. So allow me, young people, our staff, to clap the hand for the partners that we have in this room. So as we all know, employment is a big challenge in our country. And we always say that the people that we have, the young people that we have, is the future. But what future do we plan if our young people don't have the necessary skills to face that future? So these three programs connect the dots. As per design, as we will have enough time to follow the young people themselves sharing with us what they went through, this program is designed in a way that when we are training as SOS, we provide the theoretical part, but at the same time, we have companies providing the practical part. So SOS Children Village Rwanda is a brief background. It's an organization which is has been in Rwanda for 43 years, and it's operating now in 12 districts with 4 different offices across the country. And through that, we have different programs that mainly our main focus is to support, to ensure that no children should live without parental care, or at risk, we target as well the children at risk of losing parental care. And now, the core program and the core approach of future of our program is to target the young people. Because we understand that if we are to do an effective and efficient family strengthening program, we should start working on the young people as we preparing them to build the future strong families. So it is in this context that we, specifically the Youthcan program, which is actually a youth movement, that we try to bring together multiple partners to combat and fight the issues related to the unemployment. So with that, we have structured 2 strong MOUs with the Ministry of Youth and Culture and with Ministry of Education. And within those specific MOUs, we drafted the key actions, and we are hoping that this is part of the implementation of what we intend to do. We will have much time to have a discussion. We are having a panel discussion. We will give time to the young people to ask questions. But in brief, I thank you for coming in this session. It's very important as the relevant stakeholder. It's very important for we have invited here because these are your future customers, and it's very important for us because this is our raison d'etre. It's our reason for being, having a strong youth. And then it's very important for you young people because this is the first step. But we had, RDB can say more, that most of our startups die at the first 2 years. So that's a fact. And with your ventures, even though sometimes we give you startup toolkits and other material to help you to start, but the next step is 90% you. The dedication, the passion, the energy you put into your business that you will be starting, that is the key factor that will determine the sustainability of your venture as individual. So with these few words, I thank you so much for you coming here and declare this session opened. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, the National Director of SOS Brain Villages Rwanda. Mumumpere amashi ku muyobozi wacu kubwo magambo meza adusangije. Thank you so much. Yabivuze neza, we are targeting the young people for a brighter future, for a stronger future, for strong families moving forward. I think this is the reason as to why we're here on this very day. Thank you so much. I would like also to inform the team we're here with that within us, we have a representative from Ayatech Company as one of our partners, and you're most welcome, sir. Yes, sir. Mumuhamashi nawe atugezeho mukanya. And I want to take this opportunity and invite Mr. David Mugarura to share with us an overview of youth employability in Rwanda. Mr. David, you're welcome. Thank you. Twakire Mr. David. Nawe atugezaho ubutumwa yaduteguriye uyu munsi kubijyanye n'urubyiruko n'akazi uko bimeze muri iyi minsi. Urakoze.
Mwaramutse mwese cyane cyane urubyiruko. Tugiye kubasaba ko tugiye gutanga ikiganiro mu Cyongereza. Ni kigufi nyamo baduhaye iminota nyango itarenga 10, ariko turagenda dushyira muri Kinyarwanda ngo byose dushobore kumvikana neza. For our listeners in English, we have a short presentation of around 10 minutes. We were tasked to review some of the policies, actually all the policies that touch on employability of the youth by the government, but also looking at the interventions of SOS in the youth employment. We may not have all the information, and we request that if we have any comments, especially from our partners here, RDB and the SOS, please, before we leave the floor, we welcome those comments. Otherwise, we'll not take much of your time. We want to start off because we have little time. My colleague here, Ibrahim, will lead the floor, and then I'll have a summary in Rwanda. Thank you. Sorry, we are trying to connect here with technology.
Most interested in sharing with you what is not available in the public domain is the interventions or the figures, the statistics of the success stories of SOS programs. Otherwise, everything else that I'll be talking about are things that you are quite familiar with. So we're supposed to give a brief overview, then the policies that government is putting in place, and then the disparities in unemployment, especially between the youth, male and female. That was also something that I would have been interested to share with you. And then the government initiatives and SOS contributions to youth employment and employability, challenges, which are also quite extensively known, and then a few recommendations. So with the definition of youth in Rwanda in the fourth quarter of 2021, and the lowest was 17.3 in the first quarter of 2020 according to UNDP. Now, Rwanda has made tremendous efforts in addressing the issue of youth unemployment and the insufficiency to access to quality jobs. And a few of those interventions, I'll be pointing them out quickly in a short while. So among the unemployed, studies show that 60% of, among those who are employed, studies show that 60% of them are in areas that are characterized as low productivity, areas like subsistence agriculture, areas like retail, trade, construction, and so on and so forth. So what that tells us that even those who are characterized as employed are not doing as well as we would have wished. And looking at some of the publications from government, shows that government is taking this very seriously. For example, if you look at the NST1, government is targeting to create at least 1.5 million jobs, decent jobs, and decent and productive jobs by 2024. But if you look at the progress to date, it is ambitious and worth trying, but we are still way off the target. Now, in regard to existing policies, of course, I've just mentioned NST1, which aims to create at least 1.5 decent and productive jobs for economic development through supporting and empowering youth and women to create businesses through entrepreneurship, access to finance, and other strategic interventions. There is also the National Skills Development and Employment Promotion Strategy, which outlines three pillars of achieving employment and employability. That is 1, through skills development, 2, through employment promotion, and 3, through matching workers with the jobs. Then we have okay. Now a few interventions that government is putting in place to achieve youth employment and employability include what I've just mentioned. That's the National Skills Development and Employment Program Promotion Strategy. There is also government intervention with support from the World Bank, which is addressing two programs. One is the Rwanda Priority Skills for Growth, or the PSG, and the second, which to date has trained over 27,000 youth to become change makers in areas such as climate change, energy, transport, and a few others. Then the second tier is the Africa Higher Education Centers of Excellence, or support to 4 centers of excellence in the University of Rwanda, particularly in the domains of energy, ICT, data science, and education. Now, we have the Business Development Fund, the BDF, which supports SMEs to access finance through on and off-farm credit guarantees, lines of credit, matching of grants, and other interventions. We also have a program which has been in place since 2012 called Youth Connect, where the government of Rwanda is partnering with UNDP to leverage youth employability, entrepreneurship, and civil engagement through innovations. We have another initiative bringing together the Ministry of Youth and the UNICEF called Generation Unlimited, which is to support school leavers in school to work transition through a number of interventions, mostly by synergizing inputs from different stakeholders like the private sector, like the public sector, youth platforms, community-based, civil society organizations, and so on and so forth. Then we have a program called Youth Empowerment for Global Opportunities, YEGO, which is focused on enhancing the growth and competitiveness of the youth. Now, those are the ones which we found to be having high engagement between government and a number of actors in this space. But we have other players also in the same space. Of course, actors like SOS are there, MasterCard are there, and a lot of others. USID, yeah, but our terms of reference was to highlight where government is particularly active. Now, in regard to unemployment situation among the youth, now I would have wished that I share the figures there from National Institute of Statistics. But generally speaking, with the youth population, the unemployment rate is 22.4% in the last report published in March of 2021. The male is 19.7 if we disaggregate by gender, and for female it is 25.7%. So if you look at that data point, it shows you that have TVET graduates who are unemployed, 200 of them. Youth business ventures, 100. University graduates, 150. Dual training in electricity, 80. Electricity, 240. Short course. The other program is Beway Partner Rwanda, which has trained 80 in electricity, 240 in short courses, particularly sales and marketing and customer service. Then they have also supported 105 to attend university. They have supported 60 to attend vocational training, 60 of them, 60 in plumbing, and then welding, 66. There is another program called Kura Umenye. This one, they targeted 320 of whom who have been taken through TVET vocational training, 70 of them in welding, 50 in tailoring, 50 in masonry, 50 in mechanics, 50 in carpentry, and 50 in culinary arts. There is another program called Uburumbuche. This one targeted 300 in vocational training, 50 of them in tailoring, 31 in auto mechanics, 4 in masonry, 8 in welding, and 7 in hairdressing. There is another program called BMZ Quality Care, which targeted 120. Of these, 60 are in sewing, 20 in construction, 20 in hairdressing, 20 in auto mechanics. And lastly, we have the family strengthening program, which is being implemented in 2 provinces, Kayonza in the east and the Gikongoro in the south, I believe. Out of whom 60 have gone through tailoring training and 60 in carpentry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, all these figures have names and faces. Some of those are the people who greeted you this morning. So I think the impact is visible. Now, all that withstanding, there are challenges, quite a number of them. That's why we can never have enough to, circumvent these challenges. So what are some of the challenges that we have been able to highlight in regard to youth employment and employability? One of the major challenge is, I was made to learn that some employers have been invited. Now, the bulk of employers in Rwanda, actually over 90%, are in the informal sector. And that would not be a problem. The problem in them is that they don't have capacity to upscale the skills that that institutions like SOS have already imparted in these people. So when they join those institutions, there is no clear path of upscaling their skills. So that's a big problem. The other thing is that there is a mismatch between the skills that people leaving training institutions go with to the workplace. So it is not that we don't have people who are trained, we have many of them. But not all of them are immediately relevant. So they need some skill, some kind of bridging to make them more relevant for available jobs. The other challenge is that the TVET providers are not very favorably rated by the market. In other words, the institutions providing the institutions skilling these people. If you look at the results of what we would call tracer studies and the interviews with some of those institutions, they are not very favorably rated. So what that means as far as retaining some of the trainees is and giving them long-term training to make them more relevant. 3 is encourage girls to enroll in the male-dominated, especially in the STEM. Studies show that at the moment, just about 1/3 of girls are enrolled in STEM, and yet where the world is going, STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now, these are very, very, very critical, and yet girls are disproportionately aged out when it comes to enrollment in that. Of course, we are told that government was targeting at least gender parity of male and female by 2024, 2025, but given the 30% threshold, mark where we have reached now, it is unlikely that this target may be reached. Then, roll out short-term training to skill and provide bridging courses for school dropouts. Initiatives, the SOS Youthcan project. On quality of skills providers and benefits, and we should also communicate the benefits of putting emphasis in certain domains or certain trades. I understand former WDA had come up with a strategy of what they call a demand-driven TVET intervention, where they were to encourage new institutions intending to invest in TVET to deliberately invest in certain trades, because those trades were more relevant in the Rwandan labor market. But of course, the issue is there is the cost involved, and a good number of these institutions are private. They are looking at quick money, and so on and so forth. So, Nimache Marakos.
Mumuhamashi, murakoze cyane. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful presentation. Muri make atubwiye byinshi byiza, ariko icyo nizemo sinzi niba mwakurikiye nkuko ndakurikiye, nuko mu guhangana n'ikibazo cy'ibura ry'umurimo mu gihugu, leta yashizemo imbaraga nyinshi cyane. Buryo wa mubare yavuze, leta irakora uko bishoboye kugira ngo ugabanuke. Ariko leta ntabwo ikora yonyine, ikora n'abafatanyabikorwa yagiye avuga. Yavuze benshi, USAID, yavuze embassies zitandukanye dukorana, ibihugu dukorana, yewe yavuze TVET atandukanye. Kandi muri byo yagaragaje yuko ari urubyiruko duhanze amaso, ariko turimo kurwanya kugira ngo turufashe ejo heza hazaza hagende neza. Rero nka SOS rero icyo dukora niki muri ibyo, no kugira ngo making sure yuko babana yavuze 380 urubyiruko muri TVET bafite aho bavuye, bakaba bafite aho bageze. Ubu ngubu nibyo turimo kwishimira uyu munsi. Yavuze byinshi, programme zitandukanye SOS giye ifite ikora, ariko ikorana n'abafatanyabikorwa. Niyo mpamvu twicaranye nabo uyu munsi. So ndagira ngo tumushimire. Gusa yanatubwiye yuko bimwe mu bibazo bigihari nuko ari ugukorana n'abandi batanga akazi, batanga imirimo. Atari ko tugenda dukorana nabo buke buke kugira ngo tubumvishe gute se twafasha urubyiruko rwacu tugakorana. Niyo mpamvu uzasanga abo twagiye dukorana hari abo yajya gucya akamushakira ajya gukorera stage. Muri mwe hari abagiye bafasha gukora stage, ndavuga urubyiruko, nibyo se? Ntago nimo kubumva neza, murambeshye. Ayo majwi ni make, nibyo se? Murakoze cyane. Rero turamushimiye kandi arakoze cyane, mumumpera amashi. Ladies and gentlemen, I see when we started there are others who were still on the way coming, and I'm sure where you are feel at home once again. I know it's not easy, but different partners have continued to arrive. And on this point, I would like to take the pleasure and welcome the Innotech company representative who is here with us. You're most welcome, sir. Can you wave to us? The Innotech company representative? Yes. Mumuduhera amashi kandi tumwakire nawe. Thank you, sir. Murakoze cyane. Next, I think on the agenda, I think we'll make a little adjustment as you have seen. He is switching us, and we're going to have a presentation of Youth Link platform for youth peer exchange and mentorship, and including a short video if it is ready. And so, Mr. James, you're welcome. James, mumuha amashi aza adusharinga ibya Youth Link na exchange and mentorship. Ndizera ko uri bubisobanure kurushaho kugira ngo byumvikane neza. Murakoze cyane. Ndagira ngo abantu bari aho bugufi muduhamagarire, ngira ngo wa muntu ushinzwe ikoranabuhanga nadufashe kuko okay, right, I think we are good. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, National Director of SAS, dear fellow SS staff and young people, allow me to present to you what SS Children's Villages does in support of the young people to connect around the world, and they are sharing their experiences and learnings and other things. Like the pre-current speaker mentioned, there are quite a number of services that SS does, not only in Rwanda but around the world. But SS has realized that there are some factors that could hinder young people to share their experiences, and one of them is the locality and access to information. And what SS did was to create a learning platform which is called Youth Links, of which I'm going to mention and explain how it works and how young people benefits, not only young people, but even the SS staff. I'll very quickly explain how SS in Rwanda use Youth Links to to enroll young people. And afterwards, I'll display a very short video that displays different technicalities of how it works and how it supports young people. As you can see it from here, from the screen, it is a learning platform that through which we enroll our young people who would learn different trades so that they interact on daily basis, not only with their peers in Rwanda, but also with other colleagues from elsewhere. So we have, as you can see, this one works for meeting people. That is one. Two, we also have a platform where they meet different people who could mentor them. So we have mentors, and as I myself, I'm a mentor to, I think, 5, not only from Rwanda, but around the world. You only need to connect yourself, and then they link you. And then when you enroll yourself, you mention your expertise, your roles, and your experiences. And this is how people could know that if I need to keep on learning in my trade, this is, I will connect to so and so from different places. So we do, we enroll them, like you see different people. I will show you the platform or the platform that indicates how SS Students Village in Rwanda, what we did, and how we connect with our young people to different places. So, so we do mentorship, can see mentoring. So I will try to very briefly explain or indicates how it works. So we connect young people. We have mentoring connections, and as you can see, one of us here, that is Francis Grumsiza, who is a mentor now to different young people, not only from within SS Rwanda, but also to other young people around the world. Because we do believe that we need to learn not only from within SS Student Villages Rwanda, also from others. So we'll have programs. That is NA National Association Rwanda Mentorship Program. We can equally post jobs where young people can connect and get to know that this organization, not only SOS, is looking for someone who is competent or who has the same skills as you can have. And this is where they can apply as well through the platform. That is posting a job. We also have our groups. So with the groups, in Rwanda, we created a platform where our young people can enroll, register, work with us, and equally get to know their peers from different countries where SS supports. So, so it is coming. So you can see this is SS Student Villages Rwanda. We have a platform. I will very quickly display it. So we registered, and we are still enrolling young people, different young people, with their different trades that they did, so that they keep on communicating and interacting with their peers. So there's some members here. Can see I'm there. That is me. They are different. We created different platforms, and this is one of them, where I have SS staff and other young people. There's another platform. Through this, we mentor our young people. We link them to different platforms and other platforms where we post. There are moments where we organize the sessions, online sessions, where our young people can get access, can link to other colleagues. So this we do through youth links. And as I talk, SS Student Villages Rwanda did not limit here on you only using youth links, knowing that there are quite a number of challenges where young people could be in their localities and could not access different ICT gadgets. We created a different ICT hubs in all the 4 locations. And as I talk, whenever I have different online sessions, our young people can get to the ICT hubs and get connected to other colleagues as well. And this works even if you are at your home or elsewhere you're located. You can connect with the colleagues, and then you keep on learning. You know, learning takes place everywhere. So very briefly, this is how it works. And then allow me to display a bit of the video. So this one communicates, explains how it works, not only in Rwanda, but elsewhere in the world. As we keep on supporting our young people to keep on learning, share the experiences, they do different trades and experiences. So let's for the video. honorable guests, distinguished guests, SS staff, and young people. This is what we mean when you talk of your youth links that supports young people to share, to learn, share the experiences, not only from Rwanda but elsewhere around the world. This is the platform, and I would encourage those who have not registered themselves, please register with us or connect to us as we keep on learning with respect to our jobs and trade that we did. Otherwise, I wish you and I thank you very much. Thank you.
Murakoze cyane. Papa James mumukomere mu mashina none agize neza. No mupapa wo muri SOS, natangiye mvuga ndu umupapa wo muri SOS n'abandi bose na papa wo muri SOS kubera yuko turi ikigo cy'abana. Nagira ngo ayo mashi muhayini make yani mwongera ndi. Murakoze cyane. Erega iyi ni ceremony, rero ceremony ntabwo igomba kumera nkaho ari inama. Ntabwo ari inama, ni ceremony. Ubwo rero namwe mwiha amashyi kubera yuko ibi abagaragarije mwarabikoranye mubigendamo kandi mwumvira neza SOS ibyo byateganyiriza. Namwe mukomera amashyi. Ntararangiza abafatanyabikorwa tubongera amashyi kuko aho batari ntitwabibasha twenyine. Noneho ayayo mugiye gutanga menshi cyane n'aya leta yacu, leta y'igihugu cy'u Rwanda. Yes, murakoze cyane. Impamvu nuko ibyo dukora byose leta iduhora hafi. Nayo mpamvu mwumvise abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye abarimo Mifotra, ariyo Minisiteri y'Umurimo n'abakozi, ngira ngo harimo Minisiteri y'Urubyiruko, harimo Rwanda Development Board, harimo TVET. Ngira ngo murabyumva neza ko duhagaze neza, sibyo? Rero muri urwo rwego nagiraga ngo mbamenyeshe yuko mu kanya guest of honor wacu nawe yahageze, guturuka muri Ministry of Public Service and Labor, ari head of Employment Ecosystem Policy and Strategy, Mr. Foste Mwambali. Nasaga yuko mwahaguruka mugasuhuza abajeni. Murakoze cyane, turakwakiriye kandi karibu cyane. Friends, I think we're going to use to go for a 15 minutes break. Then after 15 minutes, we'll come back and we go through a small video that actually brings more, enlightens more of what we do. What we've been doing, it's been mentioned, but all is told, it's in English. And I think the video will bring it out better for our youth. So thank you. A short do mwatuyobora umuryango turi bucemo aho ngaho kugira ngo tujye mu nzira nziza. Umuryango pira ubururu baraza kutuyobora. Murakoze cyane. Iminota 15 ngiye kuyibara, nirangira ndahita mbahamagara. Murakoze cyane, Imana ibaho umugisha.
umuryango ugiye kuzuza imyaka 43 ukorera mu gihugu cy'u Rwanda. Dufite rero porogaramu y'ingenzi cyane yo kwita ku rubyiruko. Urubyiruko ni ikintu gikomeye, ni icyiciro gikomeye cyane cy'ubuzima tubamo umunsi ku wundi bw'igihugu, ni ishingiro ry'iterambere ry'igihugu ry'uyu munsi ndetse n'iterambere ry'ejo. N'umuryango rero porogaramu zose dukora zirimo abakura, ingimbi, abangavu, tugerageza gufasha kugira ngo ejo bazavemo abana, bazavemo imiryango mizima, bazavemo abantu bakuru bateza imbere igihugu bafite ubumenyi. Ibyo tubikora rero tubaha ubumenyi bw'ibanze. Dufite ishuri ry'imyuga riri hano mu Kagugu, tugakorana ndetse n'amakampani atandukanye, tugakorana n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye. Abafatanyabikorwa barimo umuryango w'Abadage witwa Bive, aho dukorana kugira ngo twigishe abana mu mashuri yacu, ariko noneho tubafashe no guhura n'amakampani kugira ngo bimenyereze ibyo bize.
Niga hano muri Gaciro ni ubuhinzi. Muri make ubuhinzi nabonye ari umwuga mwiza cyane kuko urimo inyungu nyinshi, cyane cyane ku bantu babwiga, kuko hari icyo bimariye, hari n'icyo numva bizamarira mu buzima busanzwe. Nigiyemo byinshi, harimo tukihagera nyine tumaze amezi 2 twiga hano. Tukihagera twatangiye kwiga ku bintu bijyanye n'amafumbire, twiga n'uburyo akoreshwa neza. Urumva kuko nari narahuye n'ikibazo cyo kuba narakorera ihohoterwa nkabyara mu gihe kitateganyijwe. Nagize amahirwe mbona umubyeyi, mbona umushinga SOS witwa Youthcan. Umva niwe wamfashe unzana kwiga ubuhinzi ahangaha. Umva muri rusange ndabashimira kuko bambereye umubyeyi, ntabwo nari nzi ko nabigera.
Naturutse mu karere ka Kayonza, nkaba naraje kwiga hano mu kigo cya Gaciro TSS. Nkaba narazanywe n'umushinga SOS ku bufatanye bwa Youthcan. Ikintu majije kugeraho, majije kumenya gukora amandazi, gukora keke n'imigati. Ibyo namajije kumenya gukora. Bitari ibyo n'inyama namenye kuzikaranga neza ku buryo numira mu bukwe agutekera. Bityo rero bikazamfasha ningera mu rugo. Nagize amahirwe make mbyara nkiri muto, ariko ningerayo bizamfasha kuzikorera ntakoreye abandi, nkazabasha kwiteza imbere, bityo bikazatuma mbasha no kurera umwana wanjye neza, nkazamurinda kurwara bwaki.
Nkaba nshimira cyane Youthcan ikorera muri SOS, iyo yangiriye icyizere kuko nari narabyariye mu rugo ibintu bimeze nabi ndi kure cyane. Ingirira icyizere banzana kwiga. Uwo mushinga ndawushimira cyane. Ubu ndi kwiga ubudozi, ejo cyangwa ejo bundi ndajya ku isoko ry'umurimo, ntangiye gukorera amafaranga umwana wanjye, ntangire mubonere buri kimwe cyose kigomba umuryango wanjye nawo umufashe.
Hari byinshi tumaze kwiga kandi byatugiriye akamaro, kuko bagiye badufasha muri porogaramu zitandukanye. Harimo abize ibijyanye n'imyuga, babafashe kubona nk'ama atelier bakoreramo. Natwe twize ibijyanye na kaminuza, nkanjye nize land survey, ariko ubu ngubu ngeze ku rwego rwo kubona nakwapurangira nk'umuntu muri za green card. Narabyapurayinze ku irembo, napurayingaho provisoire permis, ibintu zira serivisi ndazikora, nkabasha kubona kwiteza imbere.
Youthcan ni umushinga ugamije gufasha urubyiruko rwarangije kaminuza, abana bacishijemo amashuri kubera ko babyariye iwabo, ndetse n'abafite amabizinesi acumbagira nyine adakora neza. Uyu mushinga rero wamfashije ntago nigeze mbona akazi, nari umushomeri wamfashije mu buryo bwo kubona amahugurwa aho twitabiriye Youth Connect, badufasha mu buryo bwo kujya muri training aho twitabiriye amahugurwa ya English skills, batwigisha n'ubundi buryo bwo kujya kugerageza gukora akazi kugira ngo urebe ko wabasha kwirira amantu ugeze mu kazi, aho twakoze na internship ndetse nabashije gutinyuka kujya muri sosiyete aho n'abandi hose nagira ibyo nkora kandi ndetse nkabona nuko nakiteza imbere.
Ndi umunyeshuri wa SOS, nkaba nkorera hano mu Ruriba ku bufatanye na SOS. SOS niyo yabashije kundangiramo akazi. Ndi umukozi wa hano, nkora ibijyanye no gufonsa. Kugira ngo tujye kwiga muri SOS twize ku bufatanye n'umushinga wa BIWE, niwe wadufashije kwigamo. Twiga imyuga ya welding, ni ukuvuga ubusuderi byose muri rusange. Hanyuma twiga igihe kingana n'umwaka. Ubu ngubu turacyategereza ibyangombwa bitwemerera kuba nyine abasuderi bemewe cyangwa se no kudepoza ahandi hantu, turacyabitegereje. Hanyuma mbere y'uko tubitegereza twagize amahirwe yo kubona akazi no hano muri Ruriba Crane, ahantu harimo akazi ko gukora imbabura bihura rero n'ibyo n'ubundi twize, harimo gukonsa, gusudira, ibyo byose dufitemo akazi. Ariko kugeza ubu ngubu ngewe nkoramo gukonsa imbabura. Yego, hari icyizere cy'uko imbere hashobora kuba heza.
Umwe mu banyeshuri biga muri SOS, nkaba nyikomeje no kwigana n'uyu munsi, ariko nkaba narabonye job, nkaba ndimo gukomeza kuyikora. Ubwo bamfashije bamwe mu buzima butari bunyoroheye, n'indi ku muhanda bankurayo banjyana mu ishuri, bampa amasomo ndayakurikira, banjyana muri stage, nyivamo stage nyisoje byari mu gihe kingana nk'amezi 6, nibwo batwereje gukora hano muri Ruriba, tuza nka stage y'amezi 2. Stage irangiye barebye urwego twari turiho rwo gukora, ikiraka kibonetse baraduhamagara tuza dukora. Ubu turacyari gukora, icyizere cyo kirahari cyane ko ibyo bampaye ndi gutangira kubikoresha bikambyarira amafaranga, nanjye nkiteza imbere.
Ibyo byose ni ibintu bitera ishema, ariko ikidutera ishema cyane ni ubufatanye n'inzego zose. Turafatanya n'abantu batandukanye, turafatanya n'abaterankunga bacu, abo navuze ba BIWE, ariko tugafatanya n'abafatanyabikorwa ba hano mu Rwanda, amakampani adufasha gutwigishiriza abana, bigatuma umwana atagira bwa bumenyi gusa bwo mu mashuri, ahubwo yongeraho ubumenyi ngiro, kuko ari naryo pfundo ry'ibyo twifuza.
Nigaga plumbing, urebye aho bankuye ntabwo hari ahantu hashimishije. Naje kwiga ndabashimira, baramfasha, ubumenyi ndabugira. Nyuma yo kubugira nibwo naje kwegera bagenzi banjye twiganye, tubasha kuba twagira igitekerezo cyo kuba twashinga kampani kugira ngo turebe ko twazafasha n'abandi twagiye twigana nabo, n'ukuntu natwe twatera imbere tugafasha imiryango yacu.
Nagiye ahantu bita Inawe guha umuturage utishoboye amazi ku bufatanye na BIWE. Ibyo bintu byose byaranshimishije cyane, bitewe n'uko nabonye ko BIWE irebera hose icyarimwe.
Ubundi nabonaga amazi ari uko nyaguze nabwo ari abaterankunga bampaye amafaranga, yewe ubwanjye sinkibasha kugira icyo nikorera. Ubu rero ndabashimiye cyane rwose, murakoze. Inka yanjye igiye kuginywa inezerwe nanjye nezerwe.
Mbere y'uko niga bamfata nta kintu nakoraga, nari umunyeshuri gusa nyine ubushobozi buza kubura bwo gukomeza kwiga. Nize ibijyanye n'ubudozi, mbasha kuba nakora, narize ndabimenya, nangira gukora, bampaye ibikoresho, nangira gukora. Ubu ngubu ndimo ndakora nta kibazo. Barakoze cyane, ubu ngubu ntabwo nzi ahantu mba ndi. Ubu ngubu nshobora kuba nari narabaye indaya cyangwa narabayemo ikindi kintu ntazi, ariko ubu ngubu meze neza nta kibazo, mbasha kubona buri kimwe, ndizigamira mu matsinda, nta kintu nsaba pe.
Ubwo rero twibaza ko hari ubushake bw'ibigo nka SOS n'abandi bafatanyabikorwa, hari ubushake bw'urubyiruko mu kwiga no mu kubyaza umusaruro amahirwe rubona, hari ubushake bwa leta yacu y'u Rwanda mu kudufasha kuduha uburyo bwo gukora, hakaba n'ubushake bw'abikorera. Nibaza ko byanze bikunze uyu ngamba twatangiye rwo kurwanya ubushomeri mu rubyiruko.
You're most welcome. I would like to take this opportunity and welcome Mr. Jelevas, the Managing Director of PSPC Company. Yes, Mr. Jelevas, nawe turakwakiriye, urakoze cyane. Mr. Utayisire Jean Dodier, the company supervisor, it's a plumbing company, nawe mwamwakira, mukobere mashi. These are the people that will help us on a daily basis to sharpen our youth to the level we expect them, want them to be. Otherwise, without them, as SOS alone, we cannot make it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your precious patience and time to be with us today. But I just want to invite a youth champion representative. We're here for the youth, and this is a celebration, a ceremony that we celebrate with them as they are people behind their success. And we can't fail to have them say one or two. Rero reka nsabe Joel, Jonathan, aho uri hose, Kamanzi, Joel, karibu cyane, mumuha amasha, ayo mashini make cyane. Umuntu uje kubahagararira. Okay, thank you so much. He has a message to you, the partners, and to the SOS members, but again, he's giving it out on behalf of his fellow youth.
Thank you. I and you, not very different from this flower. Just like this flower has its own uniqueness, you are also unique. Everyone, all of us here, have something special that makes you as beautiful. Did you know that you are special? And when you are broken, it's very difficult to feel that you are special. Dear guest of honor, National Director of SOS Children,
Magari, Shuri, and Nikasabo. Another challenge was new corporation security to work with financial institutions. We recommend that increase awareness on the existing government opportunity, such as BDF for guarantee opportunities. In some actions, we need to invite BDF staffs to discuss with youth in our communities on the opportunity available BDFs for the youth. At least in every Tuesday in the BDF staff will be invited to discuss the opportunities that can be accessed through BDF. We also recommended the mobilization of youth to learn how to make business plans, because a lot of us don't know, we have business, but it's important to plan for that business. So we need to mobilize on youth, learn how to make business plan using rental facilities and also SOS digital plan development. During the last summer, the sector level, we shall mobilize youth to join services of BDF regarding business development, business plan development. We have come also with this program that we said increase rates on drug users and drug addicts. I don't know if because we are somehow dropped, that's why a lot of youth are engaged in this issue of drug users and addicts. So we recommend that we increase in awareness about eradicating use of drug among the youth. Action to be taken, prepare a campaign in collaboration with police, fight against the use of drugs and very serious punishments. Once per year, Youth Campaign coming to organize awareness campaign to fight against the use of drug among the youth. Before I go back, I would like to leave you with a small message which will help you in your life. SSCB Rwanda, take a seat here, and I also like to invite Miss the youth in that shape.
On my side is to have a more coordinated approach to see where are all the actors active. I think that should be addressed, and as we are in a subsector working group with Reporter on youth employment, I think this is one of the objectives we will tackle in the next years. We will have a sort of key mapping, and on the Rwandan side, so we appreciate first of all that there is an ambitious focusing on trying to improve the Tibet sector, for example, and getting more students into the Tibet sector, improving the quality of the Tibet sector, and also coming from the side from the labor market to, so in cooperation with GIZ, for example, we developed the workplace learning policy to improve industrial attachment and workplace learning. But on the long run, I really see critically that we have, for example, in Tibet, to promote the dual system as we have it in Germany, so that people on one hand study at Tibet schools, but also have more time of practice in companies. But therefore, what has to happen is that we have to engage the private sector more and see that we can provide ecosystem which enables them to get to the stage where the private sector themselves can invest in the training of apprentices, because ultimately if we don't fill this gap, the whole system of training students in the Tibet sector by the government or by development partners gets really expensive, so to say. So to get some sort of sustainability, I think we really have to support the private sector to enable them to provide for their own apprentices and interns.
Thank you, sir. Umuhabashi arakoze cyane ahagarariye nk'uko yabivuze abafatanyabikorwa kandi yavuze yuko mu ncamake ko kuri kote yabo nk'abafatanyabikorwa bagerageje gukorana n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye. Havuze GIZ, hari bimwe yavuze ibyo dukorana mu poroje zimwe na zimwe dukorana, ati turagerageza. Agiye ati rero ku ruhande rwa leta y'u Rwanda arayishimira aho ishyiramo imbaraga mu buryo bushoboka bwose kugira ngo bahugure urubyiruko barufashe kugira ngo nibagera ku isoko ry'umurimo babe ari ba bantu bakenewe, atari ko no gukorana na private sector, sinzi mu Kinyarwanda uko nabita, abikorera, kugira ngo rwa rubyiruko nituruhugura tukabaha amahugurwa ntibabyige mu ishuri gusa, ariko ahubwo bajye bajya mu ishuri bige, dufatanye n'abikorera nabo bagende babahe amastage, noneho nibasohoka ku isoko ry'umurimo baze bameze neza ari ba bandi bakenerwa. Rero kimwe mu byo bagiye gushyiramo imbaraga bitewe n'uko yari atubwiye nuko bagiye kureba ese twabikora gute ku buryo nk'abafatanyabikorwa na leta n'abandi babikora n'abariya bikorera twamenya ba bandi dukorana nabo ku buryo nabo baba bafite ubushake. Wongera ngo bishyire urubyiruko ubwo turaha reka ibyo twize tubitaho, ubwenge baduhaye n'ubumenyi twagiye tubona tubukoreshe ndetse natwe dushyireho akacu. Ni mu ncamake ntabwo babivuga byose ariko gerageze kugerekereza. Murakoze cyane, reka sabe tumwongera amashyi kuko inama nziza aduhaye. Noneho nagira musabe Mr. Jean Bosco Kwizera, ngira mwumva ko ni kwizera aratubwira mu Kinyarwanda keretse niba ashatse kugenda hose indi. Urakoze cyane.
Thank you so much. Urakoze Fred. As he said, I'll try to do both Nyarwanda and English. Allow me to address the question, maybe putting into three contexts: the past, the present, and the future. So the past is that as we are talking about this multi-sectoral approach in addressing the issue of unemployability, the government, the development partner, including the German government represented here, it has been a good relationship, and the journey has been long. And as we all know, there are a lot of frameworks. We have heard from the researcher, there are YECO program, there are BDF trying to
Thank you. Felix, I'm Felix Ugirashebuja. So can I say in Kinyarwanda? Thank you. Mu by'ukuri ikibazo mubajije ikibazo cyiza cyane cyane ko urubyiruko rwubaka vuba cyane. Ku bijyanye n'akazi ndetse na youth empowering, ikintu cya mbere numva abafatanyabikorwa bacu bakora cyane cyane leta, amaminisiteri atandukanye, imbogamizi duhura nayo nk'urubyiruko ni amakuru, access of information. Murakomeza kutubwira cyane cyangwa kubwira urubyiruko ngo rwihaye, yes barabikora, ariko hari nk'umuvandimwe wanjye barambwiye ati muri agriculture harimo amahirwe, arangije aragenda afata hegitari arayihinga, ashoramo amafaranga ayihingamo imiteja, amaze kuyihingamo imiteja icyabaye n'iki, cost of production yari hejuru, hanyuma price of product ijya hasi. Impamvu ni iyihe? Ntabwo yari azi ko igwamagana hari undi wahinzeho imiteja nayo hegitari. Gogo cost yamutwaye 200, Nyabugogo batangira kumuhisha, urumva ko yari urubyiruko sajya down. So n'abandi bafatanyabikorwa n'urubyiruko tubonye ukuntu bya twakisesinga amakuru byadufasha ngo gire tujye muri business. Murakoze cyane.
Kumubera amashyi, arakoze cyane, abaje ikibazo ndakeka icyo kibazo from the panel, I think we need people to RDB. I don't know if I'm right.
Thank you. Ntabwo yabazaga ikibazo, ahubwo yagaragazaga imbogamizi hari, numva atari ikibazo yabaze. Mu by'ukuri kare nicaye hano barimo presentinga, I was thinking about the interventions which can support young people, young entrepreneurs, and mu byavuzwe byose basanze ko urubyiruko, yes, there are some employment opportunities around, ariko nanone rurakinga amakuru. Wenda nahereye ku cyo yaravuze cy'ataze ko muri agriculture, there are many opportunities around, ariko ugasanga uburyo bwo kumenyekanisha iyo opportunity towards the youth hasi. Urubyiruko rukazamenya that opportunity when it is done. With that, it's not only kubona akazi, but also n'ibibanziriza akazi. You were talking about internship and apprenticeship. We're talking about accessing those job opportunities around. So in that, the government is trying the level best to put the mechanisms and systems, of course, together with partners, different partners, to put systematic ways of flowing the information about opportunities for the youth. But urugero natanga kuri ibyo, tugira platform twita Kora job portal, ibaha amakuru y'akazi aho kari. Ni ukuvuga ngo umuntu registered on that platform can get each and every information about job opportunities. Ubwo ni ukuvuga ni wa muntu urimo who is searching for a job. Ariko hari undi muntu usacinga amakuru, mwakomeje kuvuga BGF, usacinga amakuru either access to finance or access to business development services. Access to business development services ni bwa bwunganizi buhabwa ba rwiyemezamirimo niba watangiye business to get some know-how byakunaniye kugeraho. So kuri your platform, you can get, we mapped all service providers where you can reach out to them. Now, uko byo yavugaga by'amasoko, of course, in our agriculture sector, we always face a challenge of seasonality, where you find that the productivity is going up, other season is going down, then it's hard to predict the prices when you are investing. You can be investing when the price of that particular commodity you are investing in is high, but by the time when you are harvesting, it slopes down due to different factors, be it internal factors or external factors. Ariko, at different platforms, I think the Ministry of Trade and Industry once introduced something called e-commerce, Isoko. Isoko could give the price of the status of the updates on the prices of different commodities in different markets. And that's needs to be applied even to those who are exporting, because this gentleman has picked out an example of a product. Yes. So that means when we are developing that information sharing on the market, the local market, we should also look at the international market and share that information. And on the part of the international market, it's mandated with our, we have an export department at RDB, which deals in those export markets. That means any opportunity, be it in Chile, we had so many offers in Chile, so that information is shared with even the quantities we need to export. That will inform different entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, to orient their efforts towards that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mwabongera amashi ndumva amakuru nibyo avuze ubwabyo na amakuru. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can see a lot of hands, but still we're here for you. But in the interest of time, I'm going to pick one person, and for the sake of gender balance, I'll pick a lady, right? And then we go to the next session.
Thank you. My name is Yvette Mutiswase. Thanks for the question, it was great. I highlighted some 3 points that I'm going to talk about. The first one is about problem of experience. We really appreciate about job training, where we go to practice what we have studied in class. And after that, there is this problem of experience. When we went on the job platforms, we meet with a problem of experience where they asked us about 1 or 3 years of experience. And at that time, we've been in class for 1 month and a half, and we've been in an internship for another 1 month and a half. So I don't know how we are going to meet with that problem of experience while we've been 3 months only working in that department. And the second one is about mismatch of skills. As we know, in these years, we just meet with the opportunity of work, where whenever you find something, you have to work for it, if it is something which is going to bring something in your pocket. So, according to that, I have trained in customer services, but outside there, I met with another opportunity of work. So after that, I'll go and work go and do that opportunity, and then when I come back to ask for what I have studied, they will say that I have been working maybe, okay, let me say I studied customer services, sales and marketing, and I went and worked in customer services, and I didn't work in sales and marketing, but I have studied it and trained in it. And after that, I'll go to apply for sales and marketing. There they won't agree me, because they will say that I was doing in the other department, not regarding to what I've studied. still that mismatch of those things that I have studied will lead me to be unemployed, because the things that I have studied are not appoint me to the something that I wanted me to do. Because as I've said, we met with those opportunities, and we know that when in these times, it just requires someone's commitment, hardworking, and quick learner to do something. It doesn't require you to be just have any level. It just requires you to be committed to do that thing. And if you are a quick learner, you just go there, you do some training for what you're the okay, now let me just end with the third one as a request. We've been studying, doing anything, but we want you to talk about promoting part-time jobs, because maybe some people are studying and they have their own time in school, but they want to work. They want to go outside there so that they will not ask for the books at their parents. So, guys, we really request you to just, I think, about RDB to promote that, think about part-time jobs. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Numva abahagarariye neza cyane. Okay, numvise avuga ku kibazo cyane na experience, avuze ikibazo cyo kuba warize sales and marketing ariko ukabona akazi ahandi, ubwo aho sinzi uko bigenda, ariko niyo mpamvu batubereyeho. Akavuga n'ikindi kijyanye na part timing. Over to you, gentlemen. Whoever feels has the appropriate feedback for the concerns range.
That means at a junior staff or a professional, government no longer requests for years of what? Experience. Now, on the, maybe in other civil society organizations, the private sector, of course, they need that experience. So for those youth who want to develop their careers, and maybe they can start with the government opportunities, which doesn't require those number of years. Then when they grow, they can switch to, they will have attained that experience needed even in the private sector. Then the mismatch, yes, there is an issue of mismatch of skills and opportunities on the, attain the skills and opportunities on the market. What the labor market requires, mismatching with the skills acquired from schools. But the government is doing much effort to bridge that gap. And among the efforts being done, of course, we are producing skills mainly for the private sector. Means we're designing our curriculum in our education institutions. Of course, we bring on board the private sector. In addition to that, we are now revamping the sector skills councils. Of course, they are related with the private sector. Those sector skills councils will be representatives of the private part, of course, airing out what is needed, really needed on the market. And this will help us not just to train people, but we train people with the purpose of course, taking those opportunities and equipping them with those skills which can make them competent at the labor market. The example she gave, of course, the way she gave it, youth, you should pay much attention on this. She gave an example of that maybe I studied in the hospitality, I studied maybe foods and beverage. It's an example. That's what I graduated in. Then the opportunity is in another sector. Then I went quickly, I did a course training of 1 week. Yes, it shows the urge and the desire of that youth to take those opportunities. But that means the message I got from her is that, is there a way we can, and a framework, we can recognize the skills got, short-term skills got by the youth? Yes, we started that. We have the recognition of prior learning, I think, in partnership with different stakeholders. That if that training you did it from a recognized institution in offering those skills, then you should be recognized and certified, and that certification can be presented to that job opportunity you landed to. I think the last one was just a request, and we are happy to be having the head of department at the Ministry of Public Service, Mr. Foster. There was a request that is there a chance of having part-time jobs? Like, I work at the Ministry of Public Service from morning to noon, then otherwise I part-time elsewhere. I will leave it to the guest of honor, maybe in the remarks.
Thank you so much. Mumuhe amashi.
Yes, thank you very much for the question. I try to contribute something to the question raised, especially the first question to that employees request 1 to 3 years experience, and I think the problem was that you're kind of the young, where you should get the experience from. I think is also something what many people also in Germany or in Europe experience when they're young, coming from a university, for example, or just graduating. I mean, I don't really have an answer to that because, for example, just from my personal experience, many friends that studied and got into work, they managed to get internship and got overtaken by those companies that they already knew. That's like the hardest step, to get the foot in, and later on in the career, it's much easier to switch to another company when you're already there, and then you can somehow prove that you're experienced. I know this is a issue, but us in German cooperation, we are not involved so much in higher education, but just as an idea. And it also boils down to that what I was trying to emphasize, that we need to engage the private sector more to diversify like the options they can deliver, to attach them in the workplace better, and also as we are more in TVET, I think for the TVET sector, the answer is still that the private sector has to be enabled and empowered, so in that way that they can afford to invest in apprentices on a larger scale to have an impact on the unemployment rate.
Arakoze cyane, twamushimira nawe.
So I'll be brief. Obviously, there is a difficult question about the experience, because remember, this is a win-win. It's not like the employer is giving you a favor. The employer wants you to deliver, and delivering requires some level-based of experience. So that means as young people, as innovative as you are, you need to find your way of getting some dose of experience. There are many opportunities. For example, in civil society organization, yours. There are a lot of opportunity for volunteering and for internship, and that are not requiring experience. You have heard from the government. There are also now the entry level opportunities. We have some challenges though. Some young graduate, they are applying for manager's position. So you don't start your job as a manager, because yes, being manager is good. You sit in the office, you manage people, but it also requires you some experience. So you need to understand your profile. You profile yourself. You see where you really fit, and you dedicate your time and energy to run. That's number one. But everything that you asked, they are partly contribution from the employer. We need to also be deliberate in empowering you. So we have our role as well. So the way we train you, the way we encourage you, we need to do our part, do our homework, and ensure that you are inclusive in what we want as employer. So that's what I can say, and thank you so much.
Murakoze cyane. Katwumve one more comment, the last comment from our guest of honor. I know he has some time later, but we would like to welcome his comment because it's within his sector.
Thank you. I want to respond to the raised question of part-time. The labor law is very clear. You are allowed to have more than one job. But it should not be incompatible with your job. So you can have another job, but which is not conflicting with your current job. Therefore, you should inform your previous employer before doing another job so that he confirms that it is not incompatible. Umuntu wese yemerewe gukora imirimo irenze umwe provided ko icyo ukora kitabangamira icyo umukoresha wa mbere. So bisaba kubanza wamenyesha umukoresha wa mbere kugira ngo arebe ko amasaha adahura, kugira ngo arebe ko ibyo ukora bitazamena ibanga ry'akazi. That's it. But it is abantu benshi hano ndabizi bakora imirimo myinshi. Nanjye nkora imirimo ibiri. Ndi umwarimu but nigisha nijoro mu masaha ataraye gukora akazi ka leta. Therefore it's not incompatible. Then ku kibazo cha experience, I want to give you a challenge, because we need to play a role to help others get experience. Young people will not get experience in the air. It is in our industries, in our offices, in our workplace. So I think the complaint from young people is valid. They need to get experience. So now, how many employers are here, or at least senior officials? If you take 5 people in your company, in your school, in your industry, after 6 months they will have enough experience. Because what employers need, it is not the length of period. It is the skills. It is the capacity, the practical capacity. So I give a challenge. In my department, I have 10 interns. He knows. And whatever I do, we always do our best to make sure those people will be connected within that 6 months so that they will get jobs. We give them the required skills during that period. And we have always been experiencing a success. Most of them, they get employed before 6 months. If I take 10, you take 10, you take 10, you are contributing to the national development. You are contributing to the skills gap. Saying birashoboka buri wese abigize ibye. Umuntu wese ukora nuko ashoboye. Umwatacinzeho umuntu urangije kwiga ukeneye kumenya within 6 months yari umuntu ufite yari umuntu uri eager to learn ashobora kuba yabonye akazi. So nk'uko nabibabwiye turabikora as the Minister of Public Service and Labor. When you go in our departments everywhere, nta nubwo wamenya ngo ni umu-intern kubera ko abari ufite assignments ari gukorana n'undi muntu who is ready to mentor him, akanamuha amakuru. Sometimes when we come even to these meetings, we come with them kugira ngo bamenye ba connecting with employers, babe employed. So it's a good challenge, and I think all employers should think in that sense that they have the responsibility to contribute to the employability of our fresh graduates or simply our young labor market entrants. Thank you, I submit.
Thank you, sir. Byose bisubijwe. Please, could you give a round of applause to the gentleman here?
And we thank you for your wonderful feedback to the question as you get back to your previous seat. But I will take this opportunity and ask and request Mr. Clemens, the Deputy Head of Development Corporation. Thank you so much for being with us here. But please, I would like to welcome you for your remarks to the youth and to the partners. Thank you so much.
So thank you everyone for inviting me, and we had some, sorry, I just representatives from the Rwandan government. We have a representative from Mifotra here, RDB, representatives of SOS Village, dear National Director. Thank you for your hospitality. The private sector, from the companies, and dear graduates, dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I really feel honored to have the privilege here to attend the ceremony. I think we are here with just about 150 graduates, which is quite astonishing, and I'm really excited to have the privilege to represent the Federal Republic of Germany here with you. Rwanda project. I really regret that I don't have my dear colleagues Salvatore and Inga here, because I really appreciate what they're doing here, also on behalf of our Federal Ministry of Development Cooperation. And also I would like to say thanks to the Rwandan government, here represented by Mifotra, addressing the challenges of youth unemployment. And also we are closely working, for example, with the Ministry of Education, making the Tibet sector a priority in the education sector. And even though many young people are still without work, we need them to get them in labor to face those challenges and equip them with skills and high education. My appreciation also goes to SOS for targeting the most vulnerable and working on transforming their lives, not only those individually, but also their families and communities. Thank you. Thanks goes to the companies here. I really appreciate, for example, the one representative who takes over a bunch of the graduates here, and I think this is the main objective here, as we discussed it. I think enough already to get the youth employed, and I really appreciate that you give them practice, experience, and good mentorship. So, and overall, I already said that we really need that private sector engagement, and the German government is ready to partner also with the Rwandan government to support them in getting the TVET sector more in that dual system approach and to integrate practice and theory. But without any further ado, the day is devoted to you, dear graduates. I'm really proud of you to making it this far, and I wish you all the best for your future. Yes, take this day as an opportunity to look back on your path, be proud of your progress, and celebrate it. Your choice to partner with us shows strength and nobility of your character. You chose not to give in and grab the opportunity that was given to you to improve your skills and knowledge, your life, and to become a better person of yourself. Making the obstacle your way and becoming ambassadors and messengers of our programs. The only thing I want you to ask here is to keep the spirit and mindset of personal growth inherited. Stay ambitious and hungry for success. If you keep that in mind, success is inevitable. Applause to you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Clemens from the German Embassy, for your wonderful remarks and for congratulating our youth upon this graduation ceremony. Muri make yabashimiye cyane, akishimira uburyo twageze kuri uyu munsi, yishimye uburyo nk'abafatanyabikorwa bacu twabashe kugera kuri iki gikorwa. Hari bagenzi be bacu dukorana nabo badahari, umwe yitwa Salvatore, undi yitwa Inga, rwose iyo bahaba byari kuba byiza, ariko ntacyo kubw'amahirwe yabahagarariye kandi natwe twese kimwe namwe. Ashimiye leta y'u Rwanda kuba ifite gahunda nziza y'urubyiruko, ashimira na Mineduc. Ubwo iyo tuvuze Mineduc ni Minisiteri y'Uburezi, ariko bafite na ya gahunda ya TVET programs. Ngira ngo ashoje adusezeranya yuko bo nka German government bari cyane ready cyangwa biteguye gukorana natwe mu gufasha urubyiruko mu bibateza imbere. Asoza abaha felicitation nyinshi nuko nta mashima yanyu numvise muzakira. Murakoze cyane. Tugiye kugera ku musozo. Ngira ngo ngiye kugisha inama isa nkaho iri muri rusange gatoya. Thank you so much. Na kantu gake nagira ngo mbanze numve, ariko tugiye dusoza ngiye gusaba ko nanone ngiye gutumira umuyobozi wa SOS Children's Villages Rwanda. Yes, umpaye uburenganzira. Murakoze cyane, mumpa amashyi bampaye uburenganzira. Thank you, sir. I would like to take this opportunity and invite our guest of honor, Mr. Fosi Mwambare, the head of Employment Ecosystem Policy and Strategy from the Ministry of Public. Mureke twakire umushyitsi mukuru kugira ngo atugezeho impanuro ze. Murakoze cyane.
Thank you so much. I want first of all to appreciate the leadership of SOS for this noble and privilege you gave me through the Ministry of Public Service and Labor to be the guest of honor today. I think it is due to the strong partnership that has been there, especially in this particular dual training program. I really appreciate, and I'm very much honored to be the guest of honor today. Dear Chairman, Board of Directors, SOS, dear German representative, German Embassy representative, and our co-chair in youth employment, subsector working group, colleagues, representative from ministries and government agencies, partners, NGOs, corporates, companies, our esteemed companies, our employers who are here, and SOS's staff, and everyone who is here and partnering with us, distinguished guests, and our esteemed graduates. Good morning. It's a pleasure because at least everyone who has graduated, you know what it means. There's something that always comes in my ears. There is a song that is congratulations. You know that song? When you graduated somewhere. So there's nothing better than graduating at school, because it is the first step to success. I think everyone here who has graduated understand what I mean. So congratulations, dear ladies and gentlemen who are ready to graduate today. So, yes. First and foremost, let me also express my deepest gratitude to the leadership of this SOS, because it is not only through this program. I think the work of SOS is known by everyone. You are doing a great job in different programs, and you are lifting the lives of young people through various programs that you have here. You've been doing it for so many years. Everyone knows it, and you are very much, everyone is very much cognizant of it. So today we are delighted to celebrate and congratulate our graduates for their hard work, their resilience, and their determination, because it is not a gift. You graduate because you deserve it. You deserve it because you've worked hard to deserve it, because you've done an opportunity cost. There are others who are not here. So this is a result of a lot of work done by our sisters and brothers who are here, and we really congratulate you. This is a journey, a great step to the success. It is not an easy thing, because I spent the whole year here, and you've done dual training. Dual training is complicated, because someone is getting admitted at a school, but you also need to be admitted at company. Sometimes there are some geographical challenges, especially for young girls, to come from one area to another. So we really congratulate you because of all those efforts you've made in your respective trades. We have the welding, plumbing, customer care, sales and digital skills, and all those trades you've been enrolled in. We really hope that employers who are here, I might say they are lucky, because they are going to get well-trained people who have both practical and theoretical skills. There is a saying in French, la théorie sans pratique est aussi muette que la pratique sans théorie. That means if you have only theoretical skills, you are not sufficient. But also if you have only practical skills, you also miss something. So we need to have both. So these people are very much capable, because they have gone through the two. So I request employers who are here and those who are not here that not to lose that opportunity to use people who have both theoretical and practical capabilities. But, dear graduates, I want to recall that the journey of skills development you chose is endless. It is just that you graduate. You are now starting. You need to create more connection with anything that can increase your skills. What you've learned is still not sufficient. You need to keep increasing. Use this opportunity that we are celebrating to start the real journey of learning. Ndashaka kubibabwira mu Kinyarwanda. Kwiga mu gihe cya none ni ibintu bisaba imbaraga no guhoza. Kubera ko the global report on the future of work says that by 2030, 80% of the current jobs will have changed. Or another. Bivuze birasaba yuko dukomeza kwiga. Ubumenyi burahari. I liked the youth link. The youth link is very important for you and for me and kubera ko ushobora kubona tuvuge niba arize kuba plumber. If you go to that link, you can see plumbers, thousands of plumbers in different countries. You can see those who can do better than you and learn from them. Niba warize welding, niba ibyo wize byose. With internet connectivity, now the world has
everyone is here because he's doing something. So I encourage you to keep that good and noble road to help young people for the smooth transition to the labor market. We must do this journey together, but I did it. I did special thanks to SOS, but also all partners who are here in skills development. Allow me to maybe to be specific on what the German government through German Cooperation and GIZ they are doing in our TVET sector and employment sector. You are doing a lot, and we thank you so much. And I think there is much link with this particular program that we are celebrating. And I think that we are going to do more in this journey to address the issue of skills mismatch. Why should we do this? Because it is in line with 2024 target to create 1.5 million productive and decent jobs. And those jobs should be really productive. And it is also in line with our TVET target where 80% of graduates should be employed in 6 months. So we are really much aligned with our government vision. And it is for us to turn the already established conducive ground into employable skills and job creation opportunities
as it has been discussed through the panel that was previously discussing this. So let me also talk about the world, the future of work, where in the world of evolving technologies and economic fluctuations, youth, young people, graduates face many challenges, as it was discussed here. Among those challenges, there are those associated with imbalance between labor market entrants and vacant positions, and experience and others. These are the results of skills mismatch between academia and industry, and I think this is what this program has come to address. Because there is no mismatch when someone has done 50% in a company and 50% in school. There is no mismatch. If there is a mismatch, it is not an issue of the program. It might be the issue of companies. Because 50% of the program, that means 6 months is enough for someone to learn to work. So I think this program has addressed this, and we need to call SOS and partners and all who are behind this success to expand and enroll more and increase more and maybe plan new future projects. Because for me, the number is very good, but you need to increase it. Because the number of labor market entrants every year is also increasing and even doubling. So you need to increase the number. And I know this requires so many things, but it's a wish. I want also to talk about the existing opportunities, because we should not only be creating graduates, we should also be creating job creators. My colleagues, my friends, graduates, ndashaka kubabwira mu Kinyarwanda. Dufite amahirwe menshi ahari afasha abantu guhanga imirimo. Dufite products zitandukanye muri BDF zishobora kubafasha igihe cyose mwamufite ibitekerezo byiza bishobora kuba innovative. Banke zemera. Ariko dufite n'abajyanama b'ubucuruzi mu mirenge babiri muri buri murenge mu gihugu hose bari well trained, biteguye kugufasha igitekerezo cyawe bakakigira bankable, hanyuma ukabona igishoro gituma ukora, ariko ukazishyura kubera ko there is no free lunch. Turabasaba abafite ibitekerezo, abafite confidence yo kwihangira imirimo, mugane abashinzwe ubujyanama mu bucuruzi mu mirenge muherereyemo, gufata amahirwe ahari mu nzego zitandukanye. Abantu benshi bavuga ko ngo biragoye. Yes, there is no free lunch. Nabasabye kugira icyo bita resilience. Ntabwo ushobora kubona amafaranga utayaruhiye. Even us who have collateral and incomes, when we need loans, the bank will really help you that you must deserve it. Ntimuzacike intege, muzihangane, ibyo babasabye byose mugerageze kubyuzuza, muzabona amafaranga. Uko amafaranga arahari y'igishoro, ariko bisaba ko hari ibyo ugomba kuzuza. Bimwe ari n'igihe bakurusha kugira barebe ko uzagera muri business ukabishobora. Kuko business is about ups and downs. Niba udashobora kwihanganira cumbersome processes zituma ubona loan cyangwa se ubona iyo collateral, nta nubwo washobora kwihanganira kudealinga with customers, with suppliers, with everyone. So I recommend you mugerageze, hari existing interventions nyinshi ndashobora kuvuga muri uyu mwanya zihari, mugende mushaka amakuru. Don't give up, be resilient, muzaba successful. This message is very important for you. If you want to be a successful employer, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, the Rwandan entrepreneurship ecosystem is the best. But you should deserve it. So nizere ko mu byo wabigishije nizo soft skills zarimo zo kwihangana, kureba uburyo mwabigeraho. Before I conclude, I want to call, I have already appreciated the role of employers, because we are all here
something to keep improving. So help them, and help others. Although they are graduating, there's another intake coming, and the future many intakes will come in your training. Turabasaba, we highly recommend that you can continue enrolling our students so that they will be better for you. And it is not only to help government, it is also to help yourselves. Why? Because 90% of employees are employed by private sector. So you understand that your role is inevitable in skills development. So you are also helping yourself to have better future employees. I highly request you to keep doing that good and noble job of helping young people to get internship, to get industrial attachment, apprenticeship, and other forms that can help them to enter the labor market. Congratulations to SOS. Congratulations to all partners. Congratulations to our graduates. I really want to wish you a success, you graduates, in your future endeavors. And you are the architecture of that success. You have the key to that success by not giving up, by being resilient, by trying to learn every day, by trying to create new things, by trying to show the employers that you can do it. No employer will do a favor for you. You must convince an employer that you are the right product for him. You are the one who is going to make him a good product. You are the one who is going to contribute to his success. Na mukoresha uzaguha akazi utamweretse ko ugiye kumuzanira inyungu. There is no favor. Try your best to be the product employers will wish. Thank you so much. I thank you all for your kind attention. God bless you.
Murakoze cyane. Yabivuze neza ati the skills development journey is endless. Urugendo rwo gushakisha ubumenyi ntabwo rujya rurangira. So, the guest of honor, while you still request the national director also to be with us here. And then I also like to request the Deputy Head of Development Corporation, Mr. Clemens. Then the RDB representative. And on behalf of the partners, I would like to invite from the TVET, Ms. Rema. We also have one partner representative from DHL. All right, I'll still pouring it out. Thank you. Najirango. I think I would like to request umunyeshuri umwe warangije wize sales and marketing and customer service, Iradukunda Delphine, kugira ngo aze atambuke afate certificate ye bayimuhe. Iradukunda, mumuhe amashi atambuka. I will need 2 more certificates. Umva rwose muhaye amashi make. Murakoze cyane, arabahagarariye. Undi nawe wize sales and marketing and customer service, Kaitale Alexis. Ndaza gusaba Kaitale Alexis aho uri hose Congratulations and congratulations. Baririmbye kariya karirimbo ndumva hano kabereho cyane. Sinzi DJ ahari ariko sabe undi nawe wize resonate storytelling for leadership and global setting workshops. Fabi. Urabona ukuntu Ketie Eric Eric wacu felicitation rwose mumuha amashyi rwose ntabwo yabyoroshye. In the same spirit, a student by names of Umutoni Olive, who completed a technical and vocational training short course in plumbing. Hey, one plumber. Mumuha amashyi rwose in plumbing ntabwo biba byoroshye. Urabibona ko bashyiki bacu nabo bicaye. So abahungu ntabwo tugomba gucika intege ahubwo ni ukubatera courage kandi tukanabigiraho. Mumuha amashyi menshi cyane. Murakoze cyane. Abakobwa rero ntabwo bicaye. Ndabona very serious. Then we have Francine nyina w'umuntu with the 2 months training on sales and marketing and customer service. Nuko bijya bigenda. Umunyongera amashyi murabona no umukobwa mwiza cyane kandi afite ejo heza hazaza. Murakoze cyane. So iyo mbandi ushoboye kuririmbamo nari ko ari celebrations and celebrations. Thank you our dear guests of honor, our dear invited guests. You may have your seats and oh wow. Announcement. You may have your seats. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much, our distinguished guests, for being patient with us. And we thank you. We don't take it for granted. After the guest of honor has said everything, I don't need to add on, only to mention that we will have a closing photo for those who manage to make it with time. And that is a closing group photo. It's where? Olivier, we're having a group photo, I think, right here for the guests. Can it work? He advised me light is friendly here. Oh, okay. That's wonderful. Now, after a group photo, we're going for lunch, and we will call it the end of the day. Iyi photo turajya gufata ifunguro ubwo biraba bivuze yuko umunsi wacu ushoje. Murakoze cyane. With the
abatabonye certificates bagiye kwabwira uburyo muri buzibone. This is just been for symbolic, sibyo? Murakoze cyane. So thank you so much. Let's meet at lunch together, and God bless you.